Hi guys, I'm in school today. It's really quiet here without all of you, and it's weird. So you should have hopefully seen the first lesson already before you're watching this video. That was the intro to quadratics homework. So today we are going to graph a quadratic equation. Now, you guys know that you can just go on Desmos and graph it, but I do want you to still think about like the vertex, the axis of symmetry, the things I'm going to show you. In the assessment at the end of the week, when we're looking at graphs of quadratic functions, if you're hopping on Desmos and doing it, I won't know, right? Because I'm not asking you for your work. And the air test, which we haven't heard anything yet about that, so we are maybe still taking that test at the end of this year. On the air test, you could just graph it to answer your questions about your quadratic equations. That's just being a smart mathematician, right? Like use the resources you have. So I'm gonna go through some of these examples with you, and then let me know if you have questions. I am still planning on doing some kind of a live chat with you all Thursday. I'll let you know how we're gonna do that and information on that, a time, things like that, as I get it figured out. So probably, what is today? Tuesday. So probably today or tomorrow. Be watching for that, and then you can hopefully have your work done, and we'll chat on Thursday any questions that you guys have. Also, you could be emailing me any questions or even just commenting on Google Classroom. I'm checking that constantly. So hopefully you guys are figuring things out. So let's get to the notes. This is the steps to graph a quadratic equation. All right, here's our steps to solve. Find the axis of symmetry, find the vertex, put the vertex in the middle row of the table, so like in the middle, and then fill in the table around because you know that the vertex is gonna cut it in half. So the axis of symmetry. Oh, Mr. Woodring's here.
Ha!
I'm videotaping for advanced algebra. Say hello. They'll be happy to see you.
Hello, and math it up.
Are you going home?
I am going home.
All right, see ya.
Yes, math it up.
Math it up. All right. So the axis of symmetry we do with x equals negative b over 2a. Remember this goes with ax squared plus bx plus c. We need that as the standard form, y equals, of the quadratic function. So x equals negative b over 2a, this is what we did yesterday and we did it on Friday, and then we plug that x back in to find the vertex. So this is a very simple quadratic equation. We do not have a b or a c, right? It would be like b times 0 plus 0, like so it's nothing's there. So our axis of symmetry is going to be really easy because we're going to have a negative 0 over 2 times 1, so equals 1, x equals 1. Forgot that, x equals 1. Plug it back in, 1 squared is 1. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 1, my vertex is 1, 1. So I'm going to put that right here, 1, 1. Oh wait, that is wrong. 0, x equals 0. 0 squared is 0, 0. Where are you guys to tell me, like, Mrs. Gortner, that is wrong, right? So the point is 0, 0. We'll put that in the middle. Then we're just going to go, like, if this is my point right here, I'm just going to go to the left. I'm going to go to the left to pick some points and the right. So I'm going to go negative 1, negative 2, and then I'm going to go positive 1, positive 2. Negative 1 squared, when I'm plugging it back into this equation, would be a positive 1. Negative 2 squared, putting it back in that equation, is a positive 4. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. You should end up with these being the same as these because that's what happens with the axis of symmetry. It's like your fold line. You fold it in half and you're going to have the exact same thing on either side. So my points are negative 1, 1, 1, 1, and then negative 2, 4, and positive 2. 4. So my parabola would look like this. It opens up. It's a smile because we have that positive. So we're going to talk domain and range in this one though. So domain, remember our x values. Back when we did this with functions, which we actually did do some parabolas on that, you just didn't know it. We went left to right and we looked at this. So for x, even though it seems as though it might be between these two, really these arrows are going to keep going this way and this way. So we have all real numbers. This symbol, remember that R with the 2 lines is a symbol for all real numbers. You can also just write out all real numbers there if you prefer. And then the range is going to be from 0 and up. So we'll say y is greater than or equal to 0. All right, I'm going to skip one. You guys can do that one on your own. Let's look at this one just for another example. We have negative b over 2a. So x equals, my b is negative. So it's like saying negative 8, right? Negative b over 2 times negative 1, So this is going to be a positive 8 over a negative 2, which is going to be negative 4. My axis of symmetry is x equals negative 4. So I know it's going to be over here. To find my point, I plug it back in. So negative 4, negative 4 squared minus 8 times negative 4 minus 17. Negative 16 plus 32 minus 17. That's going to give me a negative 1, right? This is a negative, this is positive 16, yeah, negative 1. So my point is negative 4, negative 1. So I'm going to go just plot that. Right there. Now I know from looking at this that it's going to go down. It's going to frown downward because of that negative number in front of the x squared. So still going to put this right here, negative 4, negative 1, and then just going to go around it. Negative 5, negative 6, negative 3, negative 2. I'm just going to use a calculator to find my points, so I'm not going to write out all the work. If I plug a negative 5 in for these, I'm going to get a negative 2. And negative 6 is negative 5. Negative 3 is a negative 2. And negative 2 is a negative 5. Again, these are the same as this, right? It's that fold line. They should be. So plotting it, I have a negative 5, negative 2. The other side, negative 2. Over, it's going to go 3, 4, 5, right there. Like that. So it's going to be a parabola like this. All real numbers for my domain. And my range is going to be from here down, right? So it's y is less than or equal to negative 1. Okay. You guys should be good. Now, when you get to the back, so we did a couple longhand way. Start just going, like, try Desmos. Try, plug it in those functions, see what Desmos gives you, see if you can identify the axis of symmetry, the vertex, just by looking at Desmos, because I am totally fine with that. It's not cheating, it's being a smart mathematician.